What's up everyone? So in the last tutorial we covered how to import the video, how to put the video into the timeline, how to shorten up the video, and then eventually how to export the video. In today's tutorial we're going to be covering the exact same steps, but we're going to be adding music to our background, deleting the audio that is currently with the actual video, and we're going to be adding some transitions in the middle. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So as you can see, here are my files used, and this is the song that we're going to be using. We also have Adobe Premiere, which is opened already, and I'm going to go ahead and put new project. And I'm just going to go to browse and go ahead and save it into our working files right here. Choose, and I'm going to name this one Intro to Adobe Premiere Part 2, and I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So from here what I'm going to do is go ahead and double click in our project panel, and I'm going to go ahead and go to my files used, and I'm going to go ahead and import a couple. Well, I'm just going to import everything, so go ahead and import. And so right here we have all of our videos imported already. But you notice that our videos are imported, and mine at least look like a list. So I'm going to go ahead and put right here and switch to icon view. And now it gives me a preview of what I'm working with. And I'm going to just go ahead and look through all these videos and see which one I would want to use. So let's go ahead and see this one, for example. Alright, so that one's not that good. Let's go ahead and go over to the next one.
Eli, can you pose her? Can you pose her?
Alright, so this one works pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and move this way and just go ahead and grab from here. And I'm going to go ahead and drag the video in. So, one of the things here that you'll notice is that we have a video and audio put together. And if we click right now, it actually selects both of these things and it moves it at the same time. So what if we want to delete this audio? Well, if we want to delete the audio, we can right click on it and you will see unlink. That's going to separate the audio from the video clip. So the moment we press that, this becomes unlinked. We can now select this individually and separately. So I'm going to go ahead and select the audio and just press delete. So now we just have this, and we have him moving, kind of doing his like how to pose situation and stuff like that. And now one of the things here is, you notice this video keeps going on forever and ever and ever, and I don't want to use the whole thing, but I already imported it. So how can I make this shorter? Well, if you come over to the edges, you'll notice that you get this little red lines, and you can go ahead and move it inwards. Another thing you can do is you can actually come over here to where you see the razor tool. With the razor tool you can actually make a cut at individual parts and cut it individually. So what I'm going to actually do is just cut it right here, grab my selection tool, select this part, and just press delete. So now I have a shorter version of this entire clip. Now what I also want to do is go ahead and grab the song and bring the song over to my audio one. So when I press play right here, and so now I'm just gonna go ahead and maybe look for different scenes where I can maybe select some of these, double click, and maybe grab this and then here and bring this over. So one of the things here actually is that I actually want to drag video only, and so that way I eliminate the process of having to remove the audio later. So So you notice that our song is actually pretty lengthy right here, and it finishes almost at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So we want to go ahead and use all these video clips in a way that we can maybe use this
Like
entire
that.
song.
Let's actually turn your nose. Let's do the look.
So let's go ahead and do this, and then start it this way, cut it, and then go ahead and bring that part of that video here. So our goal is going to be to try to get 4 minutes of just pure video footage right here that goes along with this music. So after you've added all this, the only transition, and there's a lot, but the only one I want you to be using is right here in the project panel. You'll notice these two little arrows. You're going to click those arrows and search for effects. When you click that, you get a couple of folders with variations of effects that you can use. You're going to head over to video transitions, open that up, and you're going to go over into dissolve. And cross dissolve, you're going to drag it in between both of these. So if you zoom in right here, you'll notice that it's going in between both. So we're going to go ahead and just drag that in and put it in between. So that effect looks like this. And that is the only effect I want you guys to use at the very moment. You're going to also add one at the very beginning so that it does this. And then once you're done with the entire clip, you're going to add one at the very end. And now remember, this song is 4 minutes long, so find clips that you can use in here over and over again to try to, create this footage to make it look as good as possible. So there you go, guys. That is how you import your footage and add transitions and remove the audio. The next thing you want to go ahead and do is go to File, Export Media. One of the things I didn't mention in the last video is to make sure that your format is set to H.264. Go ahead and put output name. Switch it over to files used, finished files, and put it as Intro to Adobe Premiere Part 2. Premiere. And then save, and just go ahead and click this to 6 and this one to 9, and go ahead and click export. And once you're done, you can go ahead and submit it. And as always, I will see you on the next one.